हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना न भूलें। यहाँ हजारों कहानियाँ हैं आपके लिए। हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना न भूलें। यहाँ हजारों कहानियाँ हैं आपके लिए। He was playing the same game. He started saying, "Papa, when my dad loves me, his beard and mustache prick me." Yes, look at this. The child has answered correctly. Janvi quietly slipped away from there because she had nothing to say on this matter. Jairaj laughed heartily at Varun's comment. "Get married once, then I'll ask you," he said and left. Because no one knew what Varun was going to say next. Jairaj was laughing a lot at his words, and Mr. Mehta felt that after this, who knew what Varun would say? That's why he thought it best to stop the conversation there. "Varun, that's enough for today. We have to go home now." Janvi had already moved aside. She was feeling her situation very awkward. She didn't know what to say in this state, so she thought it best to move aside. Jay had also returned to his place. He was searching for Janvi in various ways, but she was not visible. The program was over. They were all preparing to return. Then Yug went to Janvi. "Mama, Dad is calling you." Janvi came out with Yug. "Let's go, Janvi," Jay said, looking at the time. "You guys go. Janvi and Yug will come later." Preeti and Varun arrived there then. Preeti said, "What do we do with them now? The program is over." Jay said, "Nothing to do, just like that." "I'll tell you what to do, Dad." Renuka aunt was saying that after everyone leaves, we'll open the gifts together and see. Jay heard Yog. "No problem, you guys can open the gifts tomorrow," Jairaj said with a laugh. "Now I'm taking your friend. Come on, Janvi. Come on, Janvi. Uncle won't feel good without you," Varun interjected. "I see, your mouth is running too much." Jairaj looked at Varun. "Call her madam, if not, at least bhabhi." Jairaj stopped him. "But we are friends." "Not at all. You are her future husband. And you know very well how dangerous I am. Those who don't obey me. This is coercion, man. Why should I call her bhabhi like this? She is my sister-in-law. Then you can call her sister. It's clear that I can't take Janvi's name." Jairaj put his hand in his pocket and nodded his head stylishly. "You are being stubborn." Varun was not going to back down. "You know, I am a press reporter. I can write against you. Those who write against me are not even found." Jairaj showed his attitude. "Your wife and my future wife are friends. By this relation, we also have some relation. Why are you being like this with me?" Varun whispered in Jairaj's ear. "This can be considered." Jairaj smiled at his words. "I'll tell you after thinking." Jairaj gestured to Rita. She left in the car with Yog. "Let's go." Jairaj held Janvi's hand. He brought her out with him. He brought her with him, asserting his right over Janvi amid so many people. Janvi happily came with him. Ever since they got married, Jay had been asserting his right over her in some way or the other, that she was his. Janvi was very happy if she didn't remember the hotel incident. But whenever she was happy, the memory of Jay with that model would come to her mind. It happened the same way today. Everyone started leaving. Janvi also came with Jay. Jairaj was very happy. He never thought today would be like this. Jairaj sat in the front with the driver. Janvi and Yug were in the back of the car. Rita was also with them. Jairaj turned his face towards the back and said, "Yug, you enjoyed a lot today." "Yes, Dad, I enjoyed a lot today. I also asked Renuka aunt when her engagement will be." Jairaj was talking to Yug, but his entire attention was on Janvi's face. Jairaj was looking at her so intently that Janvi, who was looking outside, could feel Janvi's gaze on her face. Jairaj was certainly noticing one thing. Janvi would suddenly become happy and then her face would become sad. Jay wanted to know the reason for this. "Sir, you have to go to the office after dropping Madam home," the driver asked. "No, you have a holiday. You can go home." "Okay, sir. Your house is near, isn't it? Stop the car. You get down. I'll drive the car." "No, sir, no problem." Jay smiled at his words. "I'm giving you a holiday today. Go," he said. The driver left and Jay went and sat in the driver's seat. "Janvi, you come forward," he said. Adjusting her dress, she started sitting in the front. "Fasten your seat belt," Jay told her. As Janvi started fastening her seatbelt, the belt wouldn't come out. It got stuck in its place. It's not coming out. Janvi looked at Jay. I'll do it. He moved forward, leaning towards Janvi, and started trying to get the belt out. He was very close to Janvi. He could smell Janvi's fragrance, and Janvi also felt her situation very awkward because Jay was so close to her, closer than she had expected. Done, Jay said, getting back to his place after fastening her seatbelt. हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना न भूलें। यहाँ हजारों कहानियाँ हैं आपके लिए। She adjusted her dress and sat down in the front. Fasten your seatbelt, Jay told her. As Janvi tried to buckle it, the belt wouldn't release. It was stuck. It's not coming out. Janvi looked at Jay. I'll do it. He moved closer, leaning towards Janvi and fiddling with the belt. He was very close to her. He could smell Janvi's perfume, and Janvi felt extremely awkward about the situation as Jay came so close to her, closer than she had anticipated. Done, Jay said, returning to his seat after buckling her seatbelt. While driving, Jay kept glancing at Janvi sitting beside him. He was aware of his feelings in his heart. He was in love with that delicate girl, and he knew he had to accept it. He was thinking of accepting this love very soon. As they reached home, Jaya and Rajan were sitting on the lawn. Ansh and Nisha were playing near them. Seeing Jay and Janvi together, both Rajan and Jaya had smiles on their faces. Why, my son's happiness is evident on his face, Rajan said to Jaya. How long will you keep telling me that your decision was right? My son will get the evil eye. Don't say it repeatedly, Jaya replied. Not just Jay, Yug is also very happy, Rajan said again. Ansh and Nisha both ran to Yug. Where were you? Ansh asked him. Today was my aunt's engagement. I went there, Yug said. The three children stopped there and started talking. Rita had stopped near them. Jay and Janvi both came over to Rajan and Jaya. Come, sit down, children, Jaya told them. How come you two are together? Your friend's engagement was today, Jaya asked Janvi. Ask Mom who she was with, Jay started before Janvi could speak. With Mr. Mehta's younger brother, Varun, Jaya informed them. Really? Then when is Pradeep getting married? Rajan asked. I don't know. I don't think he will get married. Varun says he has married his work, Jairaj said. Just then, Samar and Rishabh came outside from inside onto the lawn. You two are also home today? Jay asked. Yes, we just arrived a little while ago. They also came and sat with them. After a while, Jaya and Mala also joined them. The entire family was sitting together on the lawn. Jetji, I wanted to talk to you, Rekha said. At Rekha's words, Jay looked at her. Yes, tell me, Rekha. You remember the security guard we had who fractured his leg while working at our house? Yes, so? It's his daughter's wedding. He came to ask for help with the wedding. I agreed. You had said at that time that you would bear all the expenses of his daughter's wedding. Jay looked at Janvi. It's the security guard's daughter's wedding. Get them whatever shopping they need, jewelry, everything, and give the bill to Mr. Mehta. If there's any such work, you all can talk to Janvi. She will take care of it. Okay, you tell me, Janvi said. Rekha and Mala looked at each other. They felt very bad that this girl who had arrived yesterday is becoming more important than them. Jay and Yug both lost their interest in the conversation. And yes, Janvi, join your college from tomorrow, Jay said. And you also start going to school from tomorrow, Yug, who had come near, told her. Yug sat in Janvi's lap. Mama, we'll go together tomorrow, he said to Janvi. You're flattering your mama. You never come to me, Jay said, taking Yug's hand and pulling him towards him. Dad, let's go watch a movie on the holiday. Okay, we all will go, Rekha said. No, I, Mama and Dad, the three of us will go. All right, but we'll go on the holiday. Now neither of you should take any more leave from college or school. Yug and Janvi both smiled at Jay's words. Jaya and Rajan both smiled at each other. They liked that Jay was taking an interest in the family. Son, one day we should also go to our village. Our Kuldevi temple is there. We have to take Janvi there too, Jaya said thoughtfully. Mom, you know very well. I have no interest in all these things, nor do I have time, Jay said. Where is our village, Mom? Janvi asked. Do you want to go? Jay said in response to Jaya's remark. Yes, I want to go and should also pay respects at the Kuldevi temple. Okay, we'll go but next week. I'm busy for a few days, Jay replied. We'll go after Preeti's wedding, Janvi started saying again. All right, Janvi said to her with a smile. Rekha and Jaya looked at each other. Mala got up and went inside and Rekha followed her. Jairaj is falling under Janvi's control, Mala said. If it continues like this, see, no one will ask about us in this house. Jairaj has control in business and Janvi will have control at home. Our mother and father-in-law already like that girl. I will never let that happen, Rekha said. So what will we do? Earlier, when Janvi wasn't in this house, Jairaj never took interest in anything. If he had any work, he would always say we would handle it. But look how he told Janvi about that security guard's daughter's wedding. She's just arrived. In a few days, she'll be ordering us around. Our husbands are also useless. None of them are good for anything. Both Rekha and Mala were angry. They do everything asking Jairaj. Jairaj started to hate Janvi just as he hated Alisha. Rekha started to scheme. हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें. यहाँ हजारों कहानियाँ हैं आपके लिए. Before Janvi came into this house, Jairaj never showed interest in anything. If he had some work, he would always say, "We'll see." But look how he told Janvi about the wedding of that security guard's daughter. She has just arrived. In a few days, she'll be ordering us around. Our husbands are also useless, not good for anything. Rekha and Mala were both angry. They used to do everything after asking Jairaj. Jairaj started hating Janvi just as he hated Alisha. Rekha started thinking for herself. I need to change, Jairaj said, getting up from his seat. Okay, change then, Jaya said with a smile. He started moving inside from there. Don't you two need to change? Jairaj asked, turning to look at Janvi. Go on beta, you change too, Rajan told Janvi. Rajan and Jaya smiled at each other. Let's go mom, Yog said. I'll be right back after changing, then I'll play, he said to Nisha and Ansh, holding Janvi's hand and going inside. As they left, Rajan said to Jaya, Are you seeing your son's condition? It's visible, she said with a laugh, just like you were. He's my son, he'll be just like me. I can't even breathe without you. Enough now, your grandchildren are playing near you, Jaya said with a laugh. They both looked at each other and smiled. Jairaj picked up Yug. Mama, there's a parents' meeting at our school. Yes, I got the message, Jairaj said. So, will you both come? I want to introduce you to all my friends. Okay, I'll come. They were all going upstairs, talking. Rekha and Mala stood in front of the kitchen watching the three of them. If we don't do something soon, they'll have more children. She'll rule the entire house. Jairaj and Yug are ready to dance to her tunes. Sister, I agree. Jay likes her, but it's just a new marriage. Everything will be fine. No, I know Jairaj well. He wasn't like this even with Alisha. Janvi doesn't refuse anything. She agrees to everything he says. And she's showing her closeness to Yug to everyone. She is very cunning and Jairaj is completely under her control. The entire business is in Jairaj's hands. Our husbands will become her servants. Unaware of how jealous Rekha and Mala were seeing the three of them together, Jairaj and Yug were happy with Janvi. In all these years, have you ever seen Jairaj laugh like this? How he's been laughing these past 4 days, Rekha said to Mala. You're right, sister. So what will we do? Rekha makes a phone call. Brother, it's been a long time since you visited me, Rekha said. Oh, my sister needs me. I'll come. I'll benefit from it too, someone said from the other end. There will be a lot of benefit if the work is completed. She hung up the phone. Jairaj and Janvi reached the room. Janvi started to go to Yug's room with him. Don't you need to change? Jairaj asked. I'm going to change Yug's clothes. Not at all. I'm grown up now. I'll do it myself. Then I'll get your clothes out. Yes, then you help Papa, just like Grandma always helps Grandpa. Yug wanted to see both his mom and dad together, just like he saw other children. At Yug's words, Janvi looked at Jay. All right, I'll wait for you. You get Yug's clothes out first, then get mine. Jay sat comfortably on the sofa. Surprised, Janvi went into Yug's room. She took out the clothes and came back to the room because Yug had asked her to leave. When Janvi returned, Jay was still sitting on the sofa. She thought he must have gone to change after she left. She was looking at him with surprise. "Get my clothes out," Jay told her. Thinking, she went into the dressing room. Jay got up and followed her. She started opening the wardrobe. "No, they are in the other one," Jairaj said. Janvi opened the other wardrobe. "Which clothes do you want me to get?" she asked, as Janvi had no idea what Jairaj would wear. "Where the black lower and white t-shirt are." As Janvi took out the clothes and turned, she bumped into Jay as he had come very close to her, and Janvi hadn't noticed. Janvi took a step back and leaned against the wardrobe. Jairaj took a step forward. They were very close. Jairaj's face had mischief, while Janvi felt awkward. "I think Yug is calling." Janvi couldn't think of anything. She made an excuse. "I can't hear anything," he said. "He's grown up now." Janvi looked down because Jairaj was looking at her without blinking. Janvi kissed him on the cheek and then he moved aside. Janvi rushed out. He stood there in the dressing room smiling. He had his hand on his heart after seeing Janvi. हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें। यहाँ हजारों कहानियाँ हैं आपके लिए। Janvi took a step back and leaned against the cupboard. Jairaj stepped forward. They were very close. Jairaj had mischief in his eyes, and Janvi felt uncomfortable. "I think Yug is calling," Janvi said, not thinking. She made an excuse. "I didn't hear anything," he said. Janvi looked down as Jairaj was staring at her without blinking. Janvi kissed him on the cheek. Then he moved aside. Janvi immediately ran out. He stood there in the dressing room smiling. He had placed his hand on his heart after seeing Janvi. Janvi went to Yug's room, but he had already left. She came back to her room, but her heart was still pounding. "Let's sit outside," Jay told her. Holding her hand, Jay took her to the terrace. They both went out to the terrace and sat by the pool. "I want to talk to you," Jairaj said seriously. Janvi looked at Jairaj. "Yes, please tell me," she said. "I don't know what you know about me, but I want to tell you." As he spoke, he started looking at the swimming pool water. "Many years ago, I married Yug's mother, Alisha. She was not Indian, but a foreigner. It was a love marriage. We couldn't get along, and we divorced. I kept Yug with me, and then I never fell in love with anyone else." But Jay paused. Janvi was listening carefully. Janvi couldn't forget the incident at the hotel. Whenever Jay tried to get close to her, that incident made her uneasy. She didn't have the courage to ask Jairaj anything. "I've had one-night stands. I had relationships with many women. You could say I had my needs." He fell silent. Then he sighed and began. "You saw me at the hotel that day too." As he spoke, Jay kept looking at Janvi's face intermittently. The color had drained from her face. "I never wanted to get married. We are both married now, and if we are going to be together, it is important that there is loyalty between us. Whatever I did when you weren't in my life, it won't happen again. I want to spend a good life with you. I fell in love with you at first sight, the day I saw you at the hotel." Jairaj wanted to express his feelings to Janvi openly. "So, you recognized me?" Janvi asked, surprised. He smiled at her words. "When you were sitting at the cafe talking with your friends, I was there at that time. Perhaps you remember the man with the mask?" Janvi started recalling the scene at the cafe that day. She remembered that a man was sitting at a table near them, his face covered with a mask. "You remember, right?" Jay said with a smile. "That was me. Actually, I hadn't seen you. I overheard your conversations. You were searching for me on Google, so I became interested. I saw the faces of both your friends, Renu and Preeti, but I couldn't see you. Then I had to leave, so I went. And look, you both came with the jewelry. I recognized your clothes. Seeing you with Preeti, I understood that you were that girl. And then, from what I saw in your eyes, I understood that if I was marrying you, it was wrong for me to be with that girl. I decided then and there, I will do this marriage wholeheartedly and fulfill it." Jairaj said, holding Janvi's hand. I will wait to see when you express your love. And I will try to woo a 19-year-old girl, even if she is my wife. He was talking to Janvi. He looked at Janvi's face. She was lost in thought. What happened? Is there someone in your life? Jay asked. No, Janvi said quickly. Janvi was about to say something more when Jairaj's phone rang. It's Mr. Mehta from the office calling. Let me talk to him. Jairaj stood up and started talking to Mehta. While talking, Jay felt as if someone was inside their room. But when he went inside, there was no one there. However, the room door was open. He looked outside the room too. He didn't see anyone. Maybe Yug had come. Thinking this, he resumed talking to Mr. Mehta. The confusion Jay had about Jay had cleared. Jay had told her about himself. Thinking about herself and Jay, she went inside the room. She felt very good. She remembered her grandfather and started calling him.